Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. I'm going to do a comparison video of all of these screwdrivers. So this is Klein's 11-in-1. This is Greenlee's 9-in-1. This is Ideal. And we've got Southwire 9-in-1. So these two are a little different. They're ratcheting. But I do want to do a comparison. All of these would make great gifts. This is my #1 gift for an electrician. And then this is my #1 gift for Klein tools, 11-in-1, for just general purpose around the house. I've got a separate video where I unbox it and show you how to use each one of these. So let's compare these two. So the Greenlee is a little bit bigger. There, yeah, the Greenlee is a little bit bigger, and you've got about the same amount of tools. Okay, so there's the difference here. On this one side, you only get that. So on the Klein, you're going to get a lot more choices. See, on both sides I use one of these things. And then the Klein has a different size nut driver. That's a 5/16 and that's a 3/8 on that side. And then if you want to use 1/4 inch, you can use 1/4 inch on that side. So the Greenlee, yeah, they just did things a little bit different. So on this one side, it's just got this reversible bit, and the other side's got this holder that can hold 2 pairs of reversible bits. So you got square drive and small Phillips and small straight slots. So the Greenlee, you don't have the stars, but you do have a nice looks like a 3/8. That's a 5/16, and then if you want to do 1/4 inch, you would do 1/4 inch. So there's 1/4 inch. You would have to leave that in there and then put the tool in. So then that's a 1/4 inch driver. And then if you take that out, that's a 5/16. Oh, that's 3/8. That's 3/8. If you want to do 5/16, you got to go to the other side. And we'll see what that is. That's 5/16. So Greenlee's been around a while. I do like theirs, but comparison-wise, the Klein just beats the Greenlee. So these two are a little different because they ratchet, which is really, really nice. So this one's got a little lever you got to push, and it ratchets the other way. You push it that way, and it ratchets that way. If you put it in the middle, it kind of locks it, so you can go either way real quick. But this has kind of that same multi-tool. You can pull this out, and then you're left with, so you've got two squares, a small #2 or small #1 Phillips, and a small straight slot. And on this side, you just got the big side, #2 Phillips. And same, you got the nut, same nut driver you had on that Greenlee. So this tool mimics the Greenlee really close, except this one doesn't ratchet. It's just stationary. And this one is a little bigger. I'm just not that familiar with Southwire. I know Lowe's has been selling it a lot. I don't have much experience with it, but it seems like it's very well made. Now, my ultimate all-time favorite tool. I've built 2 houses with this tool. They're indispensable. They're relatively cheap, but these are the tools to have. So it's, again, you got that multi-tool part of it. This is a little more simple. So you just got 2 bits that pull out. This is just a #2 Phillips and a straight slot. And on this side, you just got a smaller straight slot and a #1 Phillips. So you don't have as many options. You do have the same, that's a nut driver, that's a 1/4 inch. So for little sheet metal screws, it works good. And then the other side is 5/16. So if you've got a 5/16, you can get out. Never noticed that. That's a pretty big. I'm not sure that's a hex or not. But you put this in, it ratchets also. And it's got a little arrow there. You turn this black thing. So you can go that way, or you can loosen it to go that way. And the same with that. You put it in the center and it locks it. Now, these do fail. That ratcheting action kind of fails over time, but I use these a lot. So I can't knock this tool because of how heavily I use this. But the thing that stands out, so this is for wire nuts, and it is absolutely fabulous. It's got a little ratcheting action to it. It only goes one way. But for tightening wire nuts, this thing's indispensable. So especially red. So you got wire nuts. So reds take 4 number 12 wires. And when you want that connection to be good, when you've got 4 wires in there and you're turning this, these are winged. They're a little easier to turn. But if you've got a bunch to do, you can just kill your hands. But the nice thing about this is those reds fit right in there. And it grips it and turns it. And it's a ratchet. So you've got 4 wires here. And you can just ratchet that wire nut on there. And you can ratchet it down so far that it'll actually start protruding. You'll break this plastic and the wires will just keep coming out. But you'll know when to stop when you get used to it. But you can get so much more leverage. Look at the leverage I can get with that wire nut right now. With 4 number 12s coming in there. That's a lot of leverage. And these old wire nuts, oh, these were just awful to work with. But it grips those really, really well. And a wire nut that I've switched over to lately, this is the brown. It's kind of a general purpose one. It won't do 4 12s, but you can do all kinds of different sizes, and it just fits in there really well. You just ratchet it down. Because wire nuts, really, you're only ever putting them on. You do take them off once in a while. They do come off relatively easy, so you really can't use this tool to take them off because it's a ratchet in the tightening direction only. And it will work on yellows. You know, they just slide down in there a little farther. I've never had to use it on a yellow. I've never had to use it on an orange, but it does work. But, because usually you can do an orange just fine. So that's where the Southwire does not have, this is Ideal. Now be careful. Ideal sells about 3 screwdrivers that they all look the same, but they're just a little different. This is the one you want. So this is the model you want. It's the 35988. It's a 9-in-1 ratchet and nut screwdriver. 20 bucks. They sell these at Lowe's too, but this is on Amazon. But that's the one you want. So I've made the mistake. So here's one I bought thinking I was getting the same tool. They kind of look the same, but this is a little more expensive, and it's a different type of tool, but it does have the thing. So you're thinking, oh, look, it's got the ratcheting thing. But this is the good one. That's the ratchet part. This is actually a holder for more bits, which is nice. You do get a bunch more bits with this one. But I like that ratcheting action tremendously. I'll take that over more bits any day. Now this one does do the wire nuts like the other one. It's just you only have the tightening, which you only had on the other one too, but you don't have the ratcheting action. That ratcheting action is so nice. I almost don't use this tool anymore. It's got the standard thing, multi-tool, where you can pull the bits in and out. And like I said, it's deceiving. And they've got one other one that looks really similar to this that acts a little different, but this is the only one that has that ratcheting cap so for an electrician, this thing is absolutely indispensable. This is my go-to screwdriver. Anytime I'm doing any kind of electrical work, I grab this. And they, like I said, they do wear out. Like this thing will start to, you'll be on a really tight screw, and that ratchet in there will start to slip a little bit. But I'm not knocking the tool at all because of how heavily I use these. So again, this is just a dad. These were all kind of different screwdrivers. You can't go wrong with any of them. They do serve a purpose. Like I said, these make great presents for just a general handyman around the house. a college kid going to a dorm, or anybody that does works on stuff. So if you could, please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.